Hi everyone, it's Michelle Last here, and I've got lots to share with you today on my What's Happening This Month video. So I share this video once a month on my Facebook business page and run through all the things you need to know. I appreciate sometimes there's lots of promotions and specials and events and classes that I'm running that is hard to keep up. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a quick and simple way for you to actually see products, see what's coming, and just be more informed. So I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. It's February, which I'm delighted for because January is like the longest month ever. It's a lovely bright sunny day today, which is very welcome. I hope there's some sunshine where you are too. And yeah, all's good in the hood. So it is a busy month. I actually have a team event on Sunday the 9th, and that's going to be today for you because I haven't recorded this on that day, but I've pre-recorded it and I'm sharing it on that day, partly because I didn't want my team to see the projects that they were going to make until the event. So I've held off sharing with you. I love it when we get together. There'll be 35 of us getting together for the day, and we'll just be crafting and having fun and connecting and inspiring each other with samples and ideas. And I hold that in Crowton, which is in Northamptonshire, and not too far from me actually. So nice and accessible. And all active demonstrators, when I say active, any demonstrator in my team can come along to that. So this is one of the projects that we will be making. So it's a little pouch and it's got a little pocket here with some tags. So I've made the little tags, and this is all using the Wildflower Birthday Suite. And we are making 4 cards using the die cuts that come in that suite. And it's such a nice card because it just opens in a slightly more unusual way and really showcases the patterned paper. So we've got this one, and then we've got this one. I absolutely love this wishing die. It's just so textural. It adds a real wow to the front of the card, and it's just one die cut. Well, it's 2 die cuts because it's the smaller font over the top of the slightly wider background to make it pop. So they are the cards and the pouch that we will be making. And actually I didn't show you, but the textured background is the Starstruck embossing folder that's free from Sale-a-bration. So we're utilising those. And we're also making a scrapbooking layout. I don't know if it's the first time ever or the first time in a long time, but we are making this layout, and we've still used the Wildflower birthday pack. And I've used the really lovely, I've heat embossed the word day, which comes from the Documenting the Day free Sale-a-bration stamp set. So if you spend £55 you can get this for free, and it's so useful. I think it's worked really well on this layout, and we've made the pages, I've made the pages interactive, and I was hoping to use flip flaps, but they've only just come back in stock. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll arrive in time for the event, but I didn't get them in time to be able to put them on my layout, but I will try and do that on the day. So yes, first time we'll be scrapbooking, and I'm excited to get going. And we haven't used a traditional kit that Stampin' Up provide. We've created our own from the Wildflower suite. So yes, that's one of the other projects that we'll be making, which is fun. And what else have I got to tell you? I've got my scrapbooking crop, not this weekend. It's the following Saturday, so I think that's the 15th of February, and that's held in Thornborough, which is a lovely little village near to where I live in Buckinghamshire. And you just come for the day and craft, and you can do any craft you wish. There's only a small group of us. The most I can take is 13. There's a small group of us. We get a table to yourself to craft away at your heart's content. It's a really lovely group. I really love it because I go and I get to do scrapbooking. And I teased you a few months ago with the Changing Leaves hybrid embossing folder because I had started a layout but I hadn't finished it, and I said I would show it to you once I'd finished it. Well, I finished it just in the nick of time because the actual stamps and hybrid embossing folder are all on the last chance list. But let me show you the layouts first of all. There's a lot of dollar cutting, let me tell you. But the texture on the leaves and the fact that it embosses and cuts with one swipe through the machine, I think is so clever. And that's my finished layout. I just love the colour combination, and it's just super simple because it's just one photo on it. And yeah, it's a lovely memory, and it's a lovely way to preserve that memory. So that's one of the layouts that I made. And I do have another one to show you using the same colour combination but slightly different design, and it's this one. And I was inspired by someone called Alison Davis. I've done a little journaling card here which slots in, and not all the products that I've used are Stampin' Up, but I have Scrapbooking stash and I've dug into that. But all the coloured card I've used and all the leaves and embossed leaves that I've used are from the Changing Leaves embossing folder. So I wanted to draw your attention to this because I love this and I will be really sad to see it go. But this is the stamp set. So that's the Changing Leaves stamp set. And you can order a hybrid embossing folder. And what is a hybrid embossing folder? So this is the embossing folder. It's a beautiful embossing folder that runs in the normal way. You put cardstock in it, you run it through your die cutting machine, and it will emboss a sheet of card with these beautiful leaves on. But what makes it a hybrid embossing folder is that it also comes with dies. These are not separate. This comes as one. You can't choose to order them separately. So if you want the dies, you get the embossing folder. If you want the embossing folder, you get the dies. These obviously all coordinate together. But what happens is there's a die set. It's quite a big die. And what it does is it nestles perfectly. Just going to get it positioned and then I'll show you. That's it. So you line up the die on the embossing folder, and once it's flat, I'm trying to move that with my fingers. You can see I'm trying to move it. It's got like an indent for the die to sit into, but obviously if I tip it up, it'll move. But if I just get it in the right place, it will sit in the embossing folder. Then what you do is you put your card over the top of that, run it through your machine, and it will cut out this leaf shape and emboss it with one pass through. So you'll end up with 3 separate leaves there. And I've got lots that I've cut in other colours here. And you can see the veining detail and the leaf detail, so pretty. But not only that, you also get additional dies in the set. Oops, trying to get them. I'm not a very tidy crafter, I must apologise. You get the additional leaf dies in the set, which you can just pass through in the normal way. They wouldn't emboss through at the same time, and you get these as well that have got stitched edging on them. And so you get these, and this, and the embossing folder. Now, because it's on the last chance list, it's at a great price. The last chance list means that it's going, and once it's gone for good. So the stamp set, £9.50, normally double the price. The hybrid embossing folder is £19, normally 30 something, 35 I would say. Can't remember off the top of my head. So this is a great deal. It's on the last chance list and I think it will sell out fast. So I'm just sharing my layouts in the nick of time, aren't I, before they're gone for good. So yeah, you can check that out in my online shop, and the link for that is in the comments of this Facebook post. Stampin' Up has shared even more Sale-a-bration freebies. So as you know, we are in Sale-a-bration. That offer runs till the end of February. And for every £55 you spend or €70, you can choose a free item. And that was in the little brochure that I sent out to everyone. It's also available online. But now that we've hit February and maybe you've got all the items that you'd like from Sale-a-bration, Stampin' Up has added more. So they've added more goodies to the list, and they are basically a mix of products that we've already stocked or stock. And there are some really good items in there. So first and foremost is the Alphabet a la Mode dies. These are alphabet dies, as the name suggests. They're still available to purchase, and they are £40 for the dies. But if you spend £55 by the end of February, you can choose these for free. So spend £55 and get 40 for free. That's incredible. Make sure that you are choosing from the Sale-a-bration items, because it will select the free ones. Don't add Alphabet a la Mode to your order, because it will think you want to order those. So it will count towards your spend total. But if you get stuck at all, just give me a shout. But they are beautiful. And I would never part with those, whether they're retired or not. They're such a useful die. So yeah, check out the additional freebies. I've shared them on my Instagram. I've shared them in my Facebook page that you're looking at right now. They're also on my blog. So michellelast.co.uk, look for me on socials and you'll find the information. We have 2 new kits this month. I encourage you to go and have a look at them in the online shop. There's one of the kits that's really right in my style. So I've ordered 4 of those because they're so quick to be able to send quick cards out. So it's beautiful. Excuse me, there's another one that's sort of a bit ephemera, a bit vintagey. So if you love that style, you'll love that kit too. So check those out. And Stampin' Up has shared with demonstrators the new online exclusives that are coming next month to customers. So in March, there will be new online exclusives. These are products that are online only. You won't be in any printed catalogue. But us demonstrators can pre-order them. And I was very excited when I saw the list yesterday. Some really lovely items on there. But a really good perk is not only are we in Sale-a-bration, and it's a great time to join or buy the starter kit for £99, because there are 2 fantastic starter kit offers or options. You can get one, you can get the markers, which are like my markers just here. You can get those in 2 colour families, or you can just choose additional products. So you spend £99 and you can choose whatever product it is you want to add to your kit, and then choose which option you prefer. But if you are going to join this month, I can share with you what is coming from the online exclusives and launching next month, and you can be adding that to your kit. So if you are interested in joining, do let me know, so that I can share the new online exclusive items with you, and you can get those added to your kit and get them before anyone else. And they are really good. They're really exciting. So that's a nice little perk. Something I've also told us that in the autumn winter mini that we've just had with all the Christmas items in, there was a pack of paper called Sentimental Christmas, and that was part of the give back. So for every pack that was purchased, 15% of the fee was given, set aside to give to children's literacy charities across the world. And they've just told us that they've raised $86,000. Which is amazing, and good to know that, you know, whilst we're loving our crafting, it can help somebody else at the same time. So thank you to any of you who purchased that paper and contributed towards that fundraising. That's really kind of you. And then lastly, I've got some samples to share with you. One thing I forgot to mention actually was I mentioned about my scrapbooking crop, and that is next Saturday. But the price of the crop to come all day is £15, but that's 2 weeks prior to the date. As as it's less than 2 weeks now, the price goes up to £20. And that's purely because I need to know if we're going ahead with the event, and I need to secure the hall and pay for the hall up front. So I need to have a minimum number of people coming along to cover that cost. And then obviously anyone coming in at the last minute, there's a slight increase. So always better to do the early bird booking if you can. And the details about that are all on my website, michelleloss.co.uk, and then you can click the classes and events tab and find out more. So it'd be lovely to see you there. It's such a nice crowd. So I'm going to show you some samples and a couple of things that are on the last chance list at a really good discount too. So this is one of the online exclusive stamp sets. It's called Mixed Florals. The images on the front of the cover are actually smaller than the actual stamps. They are bigger. So for example, if I put those two side by side, you can see that they're bigger, this one and this one. But yeah, they're a nice size, and you'll see it even better when I show you on a card front. So that was the version of the thank you cards that I sent out in January, using the mixed florals and just coloured really quickly. That's the Arches dies as well. So that is a sample I wanted to share with you. This is also a lovely card, and it's using the what's it called, the Delightful Wishes bundle, and it's using that really lovely spring yellow paper, and I've made it in the same style as the makes that we're doing it at my team event at the weekend. It's just so nice. It's got paper on both sides, and the dies that cut that flower out, and the wishing word. It's just so pretty. And I made like a little pouch, a little envelope pouch for that as well, in the gingham. God, I love gingham. I just wish there was a pack of paper that was just gingham, this size, in all different colours. I would absolutely love that, and I would buy that. In fact, I would never want it to retire. So I also have to share with you some makes using the Memorable Bloom stamp set. This for me is in the mini catalogue, the current mini, and I absolutely overlooked it when it first came out because it just didn't jump out at me. But the more I use it, the more I fall in love with it. It's a great set because it's got a mixture of images, but the words are also really useful. And so a stamp set that contains images and greetings for me is such a good buy because it's, you know, it can do so much. So the greetings in it I think are nice. They're not too twee or anything like that. They're definitely ones that I would use. So here are here's a card I made using the Memorable Blooms, and I used the Spring Corners stamp set to stamp the greeting on the corner. It's actually a stamp that is like this, which is really clever. And it's just a card that opens. It sort of stands proud like that, and it's got the blooms, the Memorable Blooms flowers on it, and then it's got the little greeting on the back, which I think just makes it really just so bright and springy. I love it. But in contrast, the Memorable Bloom set, it's a shaky card. You can hear me trying to tap the shaky bits down. I've made this card in very neutral colours. This is for a wedding for a friend of mine that's getting married. And I've made it a shaker card. And what I love about it is all the little sequins hide behind the flowers when it's just sat. And it's not until you move it or shake it do you actually see all the pretty elements inside. So lovely, subtle, delicate colours, using the Starstruck embossing folder again from Sale-a-bration. But this is one of the dies from the Memorable Bloom. So the stamp set Memorable Blooms is beautiful, but the die set is just as beautiful and cuts out really lovely images too. So definitely worth a look. I have also, I've made something more with seagulls. So this is a little rocker card using the Friendly Seagulls, which is free. These seagulls are free during Sale-a-bration with every £55 you spend, or while stocks last. There is a chance they may sell out before the end of February. But yeah, I just thought that was fun. and it's a bit interactive because it rocks when you put it down on your work surface. And then lastly, I wanted to share the Pretty Petals, and that's because this is the stamp set. It's on last chance, and I think it's something like £9, and it might not look alarmingly beautiful from the stamp set, but it's actually really pretty, and they look like snowdrops. I had intended to make a card with white flowers to make them look like snowdrops, which would be beautiful, but it's one of those stamp sets that's got darker and lighter layers with one impression, a distinctive stamp, and you can see how there's certain elements of the stamp are darker and lighter. Just get that in focus. So yes, that's it done in Highland Heather. I also did it in Fresh Freesia to match the ribbon, but it's quite light. But yeah, very pretty and a great bargain. So that's the Pretty Petals. So if you're not already checking out my online shop and looking at the last chance products, I really urge you to do so. Stampin' Up is adding to that list on a regular basis, every month I would say, and there are some fantastic discounts, but there are also some things that aren't discounted, but they are things that if you love them, you'll want to get them before they've gone. And so yes, that's everything I have to share with you today. I don't want to keep you too long. I hope you have got some crafting planned and that you've got some projects on the go, and as always, I'm here to help. So if there's anything you need, or you struggle to find something, or you'd like to place an order but you're not sure how to, that's what I'm here for. I can help you, so don't hesitate to get in touch. So I hope that that's been a good roundup for you for the month of February. Thank you for stopping by, and yeah, I'll see you next month. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. Think of me, I'll be doing my team event, and I probably will be thinking about sitting down, putting my feet up, having a nice cuppa once I get back. So yeah, take care of yourselves, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.